number 1 onto the speedway. This will make up the lineup for race number 1 of the Twin 25s for $1,000 to win. Here come the Warlords of the Mod Squad, Gibby. It's go time.
It's go time, Wesley. It's 10 laps to the finish here at County Line Raceway. 10 laps, top 6, and the way the track looks, you're going to want to start up front. Tyler Nicely on the pole. Billy Workman Jr. on the outside pole, your teammate of the high side tickler, Kyle Strickler, right there on the outside pole in the number 64. Look at Nick Hoffman right there on the inside of row number 2. He was the fastest qualifier in group number 1 here tonight at County Line Raceway. The 15-year-old, the 17T, the Evans Construction Machine Elite Chassis, Tyler Evans hanging out right there on the outside of row number 2.
Jamie Major.
Right there in row number 3, it's Jamie Major.
Sir.
In the Fatback McSwain, number 19F. And in the 21J, the Stalker, who's running my logo on the side of that car, Wesley Allen, at Gibby's Dirt Track Racing Nation Special. The 21J, that's John Sluka. Row number 4, on the inside, the 4M, the Toronto Thriller, Kevin Miller in the Bob Pierce Racing Chassis number 4M, and the K7, your Tyler County Speedway regular competitor, Kurt Burge, and on the tail, I believe that is Scott Stifler. I believe that's Scott Stifler out of Farmdale, Ohio. 30-plus years on the dirt for Scott Stifler.
As they come down the straightaway, you ready? Heat number 1.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag high in the air on the flag stand as they go through turns number 1. Lights are flashing coming out of turn 2. The boys' hearts are going right now. The nerves are cracking. And this is race number 1 on the Renegades of Dirt Modified Tour. Welcome to 2014. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Steve Bell, why don't you call the green flag for the first heat race of 2014 out of turn 4.
And the green flag in the air. Here they come down the front straightaway. Drag race into turns 1 and 2. Out front, it's the 5 car. Tyler Nicely on that 5 car. Help me out, Michael.
Nicely picking up about a 3 or 4 car length lead over Billy Workman Jr. on the outside. Here comes Nick Hoffman out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Elite Chassis on the inside of row number 2. We got a yellow.
Trouble up in turn number 2. One machine has looped around. It looks like it's Jamie Major possibly in the 19.
Don't see him out there. It has to be Major in the 19F.
In the Fatback McSwain entry, 19F, looping it around. He'll get it back in the right direction. We will go under the yellow linen for the first time in heat number 1, Gibby.
Looks like we get...
Steve, somebody's going to win some money. Call out that 50-50 number real quick before we go to green.
All right, grandstand 50-50 worth $106.50. Last 4 numbers. 4, 5, 3, 2, 45, 32, 50-50 in the grandstand. 45, 32.
All right, Tyler Nicely leading him in turn number 4, and the flagman looks him over, and he throws the green flag, and we're back under green. Nicely, Workman and Hoffman dives to the inside, puts a slide job on Workman into the wall. Workman into the wall, we got him on, and another one slams in as Major collects him up by the wall. Also Stifler involved, looks like Kurt Burge involved also in turn number 1.
Track block from top to bottom. We got them scattered, smothered, and covered from the top of the banking down to the bottom of the apron. And the yellow, Gibby.
Flagman's got the lights out. Green flag high in the air. We're going green flag racing this time around. Steve, what do you think here? County Line Raceway, buddy.
And some beautiful race cars looking for a green flag to restart this open wheel mod feature. And Nick Hoffman running in that second spot. He's right behind the leader, the 25 of Tyler Nicely as they go down the back straightaway. Tyler Evans there running in the top 3, and they are strung out down the front straightaway.
Sluka back to 4, Toronto, Ohio's Kevin Miller 5th. Here comes Scott Stifler up to 6th. Nicely leads him into turn number 3. Still Hoffman, Evans, and Sluka, your top 4 as they looks like they line up single file coming by the flag stand.
Back off into turn number 1. Nicely takes it to the middle lane. Hoffman goes to the inside, and Evans follows the same shadow movement down the back stretch. One Major about gets into the wall out of turn 1. He'll keep it going at the rears. Meanwhile, Nicely coming to the stripe. Another lap for the board here in heat 1 for the Renegades of Dirt in turn 1.
Nicely still leading the way. Looks like Hoffman might have close the door a little bit as they go into turn number 1 as he's trying to hot shoe nicely as they enter turns number 3. It's still nicely Hoffman, Evans, Sluka, Miller, and Stifler. Major hanging out in the back as this car looks really loose here tonight.
5 down and 5 to go in heat race number 1. And the top shelf goes the entry. Stifler going a little top side, topsy-turvy, exiting off of turn 1. Meanwhile, here comes Nicely to the stripe. 6 in, 4 remaining. Can the thrill run down and pull a spoil? He's trying to close it in turn number 1 and 2 down the backstretch. Nicely up top shelf, heading for 3.
The 15-year-old Tyler Evans still hanging out in the top 3 here at County Line Raceway. His first ever Renegades of Dirt Modified Tour race, the 17T out of Mineral Wells.
Steve Bell nicely looking good as he brings it down to turn number 3. They'll come to 3 to go next time by.
And 2 to go this time by. Flagman Wesley Cocknell giving the field 2 sticks, 2 to go. It'll be white flag next time by. Tyler nicely out front. The flip. Hoffman in second spot. White flag, 1 to go.
White flag in the air, 1 more lap remaining. Nicely takes it to turn number 1. Here comes Hoffman. He'll try to pull the move to the inside. Loses that ground momentum. Gibby, take us to the flag in heat 1.
Nicely into turn number 3. As he goes through the middle of the corner, he exits through the corner. Looks like Tyler Nicely's going to win heat race number 1. Nick Hoffman picks up a second. Tyler Evans third. John Sluka picks up a 4th. Kevin Miller 5th. Scott Stifler 6th, and Jamie Major picks up a 7th, as Major will have to go to the B main to see if he can move on to tonight's A main.
Out on the racetrack.
We got Leonard Enos in the 27 out of Pennsylvania. He'll pick up the pole position for feature number 1. Outside pole, it's Tyler Nicely out of Owensburg, Kentucky. Row number 2, Taylor Cook in that 21, your 2013 County Line Raceway champion right there in that 21. Outside row number 2, I call him the Professor, Nick Hoffman in the number 2. Inside row number 3, Russell Irwin in that 22 car, and the Grease Monkey, the 91, Derek Ramey. Row number 4, the 15-year-old Tyler Evans in the 17T, and Travis Dixon out of Gallipolis, Ohio, outside row number 4. Row number 5, Hurricane Edwards in the number 11, and John the Stalker Sluka in the 21J. Row number 6 on the inside, I believe the 17W is Tanner Wilson out of Zanesville, Ohio, and the 42, the cowboy himself, Cody Parker. Next row back, out of Toronto, Ohio, the 4M, that's Kevin Miller, and the number 12 is Greg Brown. Next row back, the orange number 6, it's Flying Brian Ayers, and the number 14 out of Farmdale, Ohio, it's Scott Stifler. Next row back, he drove 900 miles to get here. The number 96, Mike McKinney, and the 79 is Brian Anderson. And we'll get now back to the Consi cars that got added on here at the end. He picked up the Consi win out of Gallipolis, Ohio, the number 0, Mark Dixon, and the 64 junior, this Billy Workman. Next to last row back, it's back McSwain's 19F Jamie Major and the K7 Kurt Burge. And picking up provisionals here tonight in feature number 1, the number 20, Brian Skaggs, and out of Beckley, West Virginia, the number 13. Good to see Joe Meadows back with us here for the Renegades of Dirt feature number 1 here at County Line Raceway. We're going 25 laps to the finish for $1,000 to win. Looks like we're flashing. We're getting ready to go green here, Steve and Wesley. Are you guys ready to rumble here? Steve, this is your first ever Renegades of Dirt Modified feature. Bring us to the green flag, brother.
And it's in the air down the front straightaway. The 27 shoving out front. That's Leonard Enos. They're side by side through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, and it's Enos out front. In second spot is it?
We got him in the wall, Steve.
Turn 1.
We got him in the wall back here in turn number 1. Had to get him shut down. Look, Nicely, he's got some right side body damage on that number 5. So no laps complete. 0 laps in the books. Of course, caution laps do not count in Renegades of Dirt Modified Series races. So We say 25 laps, you get 25 laps of green flag racing.
So Gibby back, refreshed. A couple of them delicious County Line hot dogs and a County Line aid. Steve Bell, we're ready to go, brother. Twin 25
racing laps to the finish as Leonard Enos all the way from Pennsylvania says, I got my eye on $1,000 here tonight, Wesley.
Here they come, door to door. 20 of the best ready to go at it here. 24 for the Renegades of Dirt Modified Tour. Twin 25.
They got together.
To the front row. Whoa, somebody fighting over the last piece of chicken at the green flag.
They're fighting like this over $1,000. What's it going to be like for tomorrow night? $10 grand on the line.
They might get scattered, smothered, and covered out of the turn, and a turn number 4 on the green flag start. Here they come, 4 wide almost out of turn 4, and it's Tyler Nicely leading the way back into turn 1.
The Owensboro, Kentucky driver leading the way out of turn number 2. On the outside, Leonard Enos back into second, but here comes the 2013 track champion from County Line. It's Taylor Cook on the bottom.
Taylor Cook trying to make a name here tonight in the Modified Nationals on a Friday. Statement to the inside. He goes to second. He'll take Nick Hoffman with him. There are 3 cars going at it. Don't count out the Commonwealth Bandit, the new dog, Russell Irwin. He's on the inside. And we got Enos on the wall. It's Enos. Trouble, turn number 4.
Trouble for your pole center, Leonard Enos out of Pennsylvania. Pushing it into turns number 3 and 4 way too hard, getting way loose.
Second.
It's going to make these guys rock and roll up here towards the front. Of course, you never want to count Nick Hoffman out of any race that he's in, especially if he's in the top 5 this early in the going. So he's up to 3rd, but Nicely brings him around out of Owensboro, Kentucky, as he'll lead them around for the green flag.
Back for the restart, single file. Rocking and rolling off into the turn. Here comes Nick Hoffman on the inside and Taylor Cook trying to make a move for the number 2 spot. The bridesmaid spot up for grabs now. Irwin's ready to take that away from those 2 drivers as they go down out of turn 4 to the stripe. 25 leads the way nicely to turn 1, Gibby.
Looks like Tanner Wilson trying to the inside, back here in the 9th position. Wilson trying to move up on Hank with Hurricane Edwards. We got one almost around. Travis Dixon almost lost it as it kind of bottlenecks the field up in the back, but we still got double wide back here. Look at Billy Workman trying to work his way up from the tail.
Hank Edwards battling on the inside of Travis Dixon's number 16, battling on the outside lane. Alpha turn 2 in the back straightaway. Meanwhile, Tyler Nicely from the Bluegrass State, Owensboro, Kentucky, trying to hold off the Tar Heel native from Stanley, North Carolina. Taylor Cook and Nick Hoffman, the Thrill in the Elite Home Chassis House car in 3rd. They'll cut out there when it's rear. Russell Irwin, he's 4th, and Tyler Evans, 15 years old, your top 5 out of 4.
Taylor Cook looking to make his first ever Renegades of Dirt Modified victory. If he can get around Tyler Nicely, but I don't know. Nicely's running hot here at County Line Raceway here tonight.
Down the back straightaway. Nicely is leading the way. Look at the great racing you're watching on XAN TV. About another lap or 2, they're going to close in the back marker cars. First one of the speeds is going to be Leonard Enos. He was the pole machine to take the green flag at the get-go of this deal. Now he's about to go a lap down in a few more laps. Back marker cars about to approach your leader, Tyler Nicely in the 25. Great racing between Hurricane Hank Edwards and Derek Ramey, the Grease Monkey, under attack in turn 4. Hurricane and Grease Monkey door to door off the corner of the line.
That's for the 6th place position, Wesley. Hurricane Hank Edwards picking up the spot. Picking up the spot.
Got it.
Look what we got coming. We got lap traffic, baby. Here we come. This is going to get awesome.
This came quicker than I thought, Steve Bell, and let's see how Tyler Nicely negotiates through this field going into turn 1.
You know it's tough to pass here at County Line, so lap traffic's going to play a big part of this A-Main feature number 1.
About a 3-car length lead for the leader over 2nd place, Taylor Cook. Now this traffic is going to let Taylor Cook close right in on the leader.
Ooh, looky there. Look at the Owensboro, Kentucky driver trying to get to the inside. He kind of gives Leonard Enos a little tap. He says, here I come, we're going to the outside. Here comes Taylor Cook to the inside. We're 2 lead.
And he got it at the stripe. Did he get it at the stripe? Lap cars are all in the way. Under a blanket, throw them 3 of the corners, 4 cars. The leaders under attack by lap machines. Going at it hot and heavy. Down into turn 3. How in the world they keep from wrecking?
I don't know, but the first 2 started fighting it out. Here comes Nick Hoffman to the inside. He'll go to 2nd.
Hoffman goes to the number 2 spot. Taylor Cook now on the outside. He's got to play the offensive. And they're battling hard. Is that Cook going to get off the wall there?
We got to yell. We got them stacked up over here in 3 and 4. We got them stacked up.
No, trouble. 4 or 5 cars. Greg Brown's involved. Joe Meadows is involved. Who is that up there against the wall? Oh,
Like
wow.
Joe Meadows, Greg Brown. Can't tell who that is right. Still leads the way.
Want to send a shout out to another buddy of mine tuning into the broadcast on XN TV, Chad Miller and Bad Brad.
Of their modified shows, hooking up with Kyle Strickler, traveling around the countryside. He had a lot of bad luck, so he fell off the tour. But I'll tell you what, he looks really strong here at County Line Raceway. Here we go.
Green flag.
Green flag on lap number 12, ladies and gentlemen, as Nicely goes under the flag stand first. Cook, Hoffman back onto the bottom. They said Hoffman didn't complete the lap after he made the pass, so he had to go back to third.
Yeah, and then
Halfway this time.
Halfway. 13 down, 12 to go. Can we give him a full field right now? Can you call the whole field?
Let's do it. Tyler Nicely's your leader. Taylor Cook second. Nick Hoffman third. Russell Irwin fourth. Tyler Evans right there in fifth. Hank Edwards in sixth. That's Derek Ramey seventh. Travis Dixon in eighth. Tanner Wilson ninth. Looks like that's
Ryan Ayers
right there in 10th. 11th place is John Luca. 12th place, Billy Workman. 13th, Cody Parker. 14th is Scott Stifler. 15th, the Toronto Thriller, Kevin Miller. Mark Dixon back there. Was that 17th? 18th is Mike McKinney. 19th is the 27 Atlanta Arenas, 20 Brian Skaggs, and 21st is Jamie Major, your birthday boy.
And that's your full field rundown for race number 1.
16 race laps in the books, ladies and gentlemen. Nicely led every lap unless they gave one of them to Taylor Cook there about 10 laps ago before the yellow. Looky here, Russell Irwin making a side-by-side pass.
Here comes the new dog on the inside of Taylor Cook in the 21. 22 and 21, Steve Bell going at it door to door down the back stretch, and these guys are used to beating fenders here at County Line racing each other.
Irwin to the inside. Looks like Russell Irwin's going to pick up the third position as he tries to put Nick Hoffman in his sights. Look at Hoffman. He's starting to catch Tyler Nicely into turn number 3. So the Owensboro, Kentucky driver has got some company. Here comes Hoffman on the bottom side. Cannot get him this time.
25 laps, Steve Bell. It's coming down to the end of the steel. 5 to go next time by. Tyler Nicely out in front. Steve O, can he carry home $1,000? He's leading the way.
He's doing a great job, but it's going to get harder and harder each of these few remaining laps to go. But he is out front. Nick Hoffman in second.
And by the way, back marker cars are about to greet your leaders one more time. 3 remaining. Trouble, big wreck in turn number 2.
Wreck in turn number 2. You ain't a kidding.
Wow.
Looks
Jamie
like
Majors is involved. The 27.
Leonard Enos,
Yes.
and also the 20 of Brian Skaggs. So Skaggs, your provisional.
Well, it's Fast
Wow.
Friday. Tomorrow night is going to be Saturday. Saturday on steroids.
Wow. I like that. Steroid Saturday at the line.
Stressful Saturday.
Green flag. 4 laps to go. And look at Hoffman in the inside.
He's trying to make a bid, Wesley. Here he comes.
He's trying. The thrill on the bottom.
Oh, he didn't get it.
Tries to make it work. He throws the block into turn 3. Here comes Irwin on the inside of Hoffman. He can't reel him in. They're all single file to the line with 3 to go back in turn 1. Hoffman one more time. He'll pull to the inside. He'll try to pull the trigger. 4 to go, excuse me. 4 to go. Down the back straightaway. This will be for 3 to go this time by. As Nicely's out in front. Here comes Irwin. He's trying to close it on Hoffman. Hoffman storing the corner one more time to the inside.
He's making a bid this time. Here he
Oh,
comes
yeah.
to the inside. Turn number 1 and 2. We got a yellow.
Caution. We got big
all
trouble.
stacked up over here. Looks like John Sluke is involved. Cody Parker, the Cowboy, Scott Stifler, Jamie Major involved once again.
Wow.
And that number 19 car up in turn number 4.
Track Racing Series and the Renegades of Dirt on April the 18th with Friday Night Lights. 3 to go.
Here we
Give me
go.
take us to
Here
green.
we go. Tyler Nicely hits the throttle as they come off the turn. Nick Hoffman goes to the wall. Here we go.
He's got to run.
Here we go. He's got to run. I don't think it's going to stick though.
Oh,
Looks like Nicely got back out into the lead. We'll hit
there had to have been contact. There had to
3
have been
racing laps
contact.
this time, Wesley. 3 to go this time around. 3 laps to go here. feature number 1 as Hoffman dives back to the inside. Hoffman trying to make it stick down there as nicely, still gets.
Edwards pushed out a line there a moment ago by Evans. Evans gets the pass on him. Edwards comes back to throw a block.
Heck of a battle back there for 5th.
Oh, we got some cars tangling in the back.
And, oh, they're hooked together. There they unhooked. They unhooked now. Looks like one of them might
Billy
be
Workman
Billy Workman Jr.
And the
And
other
Tanner
17.
Wilson
Wow.
in the 2013 Rookie of the Year. Tanner Wilson right here in feature number 1. Tyler Nicely out of Kentucky, bringing him around into turn number 3 as he's going to hit the throttle down here. Here we go. Nick Hoffman trying to get underneath of him once again. Here we go.
On the just like on the last restart.
Go down into turn number 1 as Nicely will lead him out of turn number 2. Here comes Russell Irwin and Taylor Cook.
Down into turn number 3. Tyler Nicely out in front. Hoffman to the inside. There's the white flag. 1 lap to go.
They're side by side. Wesley, 1 to go.
Oh, and
who's it going to be? Nicely or Hoffman?
Oh, bumping and banging. Nicely throws the block and gets it out in front. But can he get it done? Hoffman last turn, Gibby.
Nicely looks like he might have pushed up a little bit. Here comes Hoffman, but Nicely picks up the win. Tyler Nicely first, Hoffman second. Russell Irwin third, Taylor Cook fourth. Tyler Evans, the 15-year-old, picks up a top 5 finish here in Renegades of Dirt Modified.
Wow.
6th, Hank Edwards. 7th, Eric Ramey. 8th, Travis Dixon. 9th, Ryan Ayers. And 10th, I believe, is Billy Workman Jr. finishes up in the top 10.